Would you want OBJ to be a Raider? I want you to type OBJ for yes, or I want you to type no for no. You're watching the Raiders Report on YouTube and Facebook, and we are live. So today's show, I'm going to let you know the latest trade rumors around OBJ. I'm going to let you know how many Chucky heads on him coming to the Raiders in 2020, and I'm going to give you a trade projection on how we would get him to the Las Vegas Raiders. Would you want OBJ to be a Raider? OBJ for yes and for no. Nicky Bonds, drop that beat.
That's that order wins. Shout out to the Raiders, man, we about to win.
First rumor on the Raiders Report, and throughout the show, I want you guys to let me know how many Chucky heads you would give this one. Changes are a-coming. This one is 4 Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. Give me some 4, some spam it in the comments section. Jon Gruden. This rumor is from our head coach. Now, we know the Raiders have not played very, very well the last 3 games. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to realize that. So Gruden, he wants to impress Raider Nation in the last few weeks of the season, which, guess what? Makes a lot of sense. This team is 6-7, coming off some bad losses. So what did Jon Gruden say yesterday? He said there will be some changes. Now, I don't know if these changes are going to be monumental. And before we came on the show, there was a few players who were cut. There's a few players who we signed. Some changes here. They're coming up all on the show. But changes are coming. I think it's more for 2020 also. But if Jon said it, hey, this one's for Chucky head. So this is the exact quote from Gruden. Right now, we've got to play better. And we're going to play better. And there will be changes. There will be changes. What happened yesterday will not happen again. I can't allow it to happen. Knock on wood if you're with Jon Gruden, because what I've been witnessing from this Raiders team cannot happen. Let me get some KOWs in the comments section. Now, y'all know that I love you very much, and I'm telling you this right now. Guys, I need some help. The Raiders lost to the Chiefs, and I made a bet with Harrison. If you watched our Raiders vs. Chiefs live, I said that if the Raiders lose, I would have to wear a jersey. But Harrison said, if you get to 10,000 IG followers, you don't have to wear this ridiculous Chiefs jersey. From the bottom of my heart, give me a follow on Instagram right now. I need your help. I don't want to have to wear this ridiculous thing. So please, give me a follow on IG at Mitchell Renz 365. I got to get to 10,000 so I don't have to wear this piece of crap. Now, I do want to give some shout-outs to some of the people who have followed me. And if you follow me right now on Instagram, I'm going to give you a shout-out throughout this entire live show. So, Pie Guy 78, Sienna, Mont3, RAR Tex, and then heck, ZAV. I'm going to be continuing to update my Instagram flow here. So please, I'm begging you, follow me on Instagram. I don't want to have to wear that piece of shit. Let's go to the next rumor, shall we? Derek Carr deserved to get booed. I don't know about you. I'm not always crazy about the booing process. If you think that he should have been booed, type boo. For me on this one, though, I'm going to give it 2 Chucky heads. And people are talking. You can look at what happened in this entire game this past week against the Titans. It wasn't pretty. And I understand that Raiders fans, you guys pay a lot of money for tickets. Heck, I'm paying a lot of money for my ticket next week for the Jags. We deserve a lot out of this game. The reason why that he was booed in this one is because on 4th and goal, he threw the ball away, which I absolutely hated. Now, it made absolutely no sense to me, but when Carr was asked about getting booed, you know, he said it's happened before. And guess what? If you throw the ball away on 4th and goal, it's probably going to happen again. Now, I think Derek's been taking a lot of heat, and I don't think all of it is due to him. I mean, he didn't give up 42 points to the Titans. He didn't give up 40 points to the Chiefs. Now, he has not been as good as what we've seen in the past. And since giving him the money, he has not lived up to those expectations. That's real. I get it. That's why this picture is the way that it is. But booing our franchise quarterback, or booing our quarterback, I don't know if that's the way to really get progress done. Now, if you guys agree with me, I'm all about it. But if not, I've never been a big believer in booing. I don't really think it's the way to get your point across. Now, the Raiders Report, we are the #1 most watched Raiders channel on YouTube. And if you think for a second that Mark Davis, that the Oakland Raiders don't watch this show, we've been able to get Darren Waller an extension. We've been able to get Preston Brown signed, and, well, shit, now he already got cut. But if you don't think that they watch this channel, you're insane, and the nation needs a voice. So, Will Derek Carr be the Raiders quarterback in 2020? I want you to type 4 for believe it, baby, or type 0 for tuck rule, tuck that. I'm going to give some shout-outs here because this has been a topic that we've been talking about on the Raiders Report, and we're going to continue to talk about it. So Humble says 4. Dasani says 4. I'm seeing some King Higgins goes 3. All right, whatever you want to do, man. It's your world. I'm living in it. Corrupt says 4. I'm seeing a lot of 4s. Right now, I'm trying to do the math in my head, so be patient with me. We're about 69% 4s here. Seeing some 0s. Continue to get your votes in here. Type 4 for believe it, baby, or type 0 for tuck rule, tuck that. And if you bleed silver and black, you're probably watching the show. The Raiders Report, we go live daily. And if you want to stay up to date on all the Raiders news, rumors, and if you want to make an actual impact on the team, you need to subscribe. Click that big red button. It's youtube.com/Raiders Report. We'll get that link for you in the chat. Click that button if you're not already subscribed. Now, I teased this rumor opening up the show. OBJ wants to be traded. How many Chucky heads for OBJ wanting to be traded? This one's 2 Chucky heads, and people are talking. Now, the rumors around OBJ, they're going to continue to swirl, and if you watched the Raiders Report before, you'll know, okay? Or if you've watched Chat Sports channels in the past, we've talked about it. Now, if you're wondering what the heck 2 Chucky heads means, here's my Chucky head rumor. I'm not going to go through every single one. This one was 2 Chucky heads, and people are talking. When I say 4 Chucky heads, I'm telling you right now, that means it's happening. So now let's get back to OBJ and him wanting to be traded. Now, according to Jay Glazer of Fox Sports, okay, he has told players and coaches of opposing teams that he wants to be traded from the Browns. Now, maybe he just wants to get out of Cleveland. I mean, come on, I think we can all agree. Cleveland's not the nicest place. Now, he does have 4 years left on his contract, but if he wants out of Cleveland, that means he needs to be traded again. Now, this season has not gone the way that I think a lot of us that maybe drafted OBJ in fantasy thought. 844 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 Hulu commercials, 59 catches. When I think about what this offense could have been, I definitely agree with a lot of people saying that the 27-year-old has been pretty disappointing, and especially since 2016. Am I the only person that thinks that OBJ is really still living off of what he did in the past and off what he did on one catch? I mean, he's a very talented wide receiver, but he's also a big-time diva. He's also a player that has not been able to stay healthy. But it's still a topic of discussion because when he does show his flash, OBJ is a very, very talented wide receiver. So here are some more trade rumors around Odell Beckham Jr. Chris Mortensen said, there is no way Odell Beckham Jr. is traded because I guess he was talking to some Browns officials and they laughed at the idea. Now, there's been more reports around Odell. The reason why Browns officials are laughing is because of the reports that the Browns wouldn't get a first-round back from him. And when you give up this much to get a player, you want at least a first-round pick, at least I would imagine, in return. So the Browns, they received OBJ and Olivier Vernon. The Giants, they got Kevin Zeitler, Jabril Peppers, a 2019 and a 2019 first and third-round pick. So this entire show, why I want you guys to be weighing in on YouTube and on Facebook, how about this? We'll have some fun here with this one. Would you want OBJ to be a Raider? I want you to type OBJ for yes, and I want you to type no BJ for no. And I want someone to take a screenshot of this and put it on IG, put it on Twitter, put it on Pinterest. I don't care. Would you want OBJ to be a Raider? Type OBJ for yes, or type no BJ for no. Now, I'm seeing some no's. I'm seeing some yeses. So OBJ, no BJ. Continue to get your votes flowing in here. Let's see here. Loss says OBJ. Edwin says no BJ. Byron says no BJ. Continue to get these coming in here. OBJ for yes, no BJ for no. Now, before I tell you how likely, okay, Odell's going to be in Vegas in 2020, I want to hit you guys up, give a special shout out to one of our sponsors, BMW of Santa Maria, good friends of ours here at the Raiders Report. If anyone, listen to me, if anyone is in the market for a car, you got to give my guys Matt and Rudy a call. You can see the number below, or if you just want to text them, it's 2019. Now, they don't just sell BMWs, their sister company, BMW, or their sister company, Volkswagen, Community Volkswagen, I'll get it. That was bad. Community Volkswagen, they also have Jeeps, Toyotas, a whole bunch of different cars. But if you are in the market for a car like BMW, I mean, look at this thing. This thing is unbelievable. Unbelievable car deals here. So a 2019 BMW 330i sedan for $399 a month. I'm telling you right now, this car is a lot nicer than mine. And if you want to get your hands, I guess you should say, if you want to get your butt in that car, you can view that deal at chatsports.com/BMW. Okay? /BMW. So, believe it or not, this isn't my car. If you guys want to see my car, it's really, really old. I want you to type car right now in the comments section. I've shown it on the show before, and it's hard to make me embarrassed, but I'll be honest. I get pretty embarrassed when I show my car. So if you guys want to see my car, type car in the comments section. Let's get back into now some more rumors. The Raiders, are they a favorite for Odell Beckham Jr.? We talked about this one a little bit on our main Chat Sports channel the other day. I'm going to give this one 3 Chucky heads, and I think it's pretty likely. Now, let me just say this. They are a favorite for OBJ if OBJ decides he wants to be traded. Let me make that very, very clear. So remember, the Raiders, we have 2 first-round picks in the 2020 draft. Our wide receiver core is filled with a ton, and I mean a ton of question marks, and we still need a number 1 wide receiver. I don't care what anyone says. But the idea of us going to Las Vegas, the idea of us adding another big-time player, it would not surprise me whatsoever because OBJ, Las Vegas, that's going to sell itself. Now, if you remember, I'm going to say like 8 months ago, there was reports, rumors that the Raiders don't have enough money. Mark Davis is one of the least wealthy owners in the entire NFL. You go out and get a player like OBJ, it's going to put more butts in seats. It's going to translate to more dollars. Now, I don't know if that's going to translate to wins, but it could translate to him being in some silver and black. So yesterday on our Chat Sports live show, we did some OBJ trade destinations. As you can see, the Oakland Raiders were our number 2 team. So if he is to be traded, or if he wants to be traded, the Oakland Raiders would be number 2 behind the New England Patriots, because what did we see this past offseason? 2 teams crazy enough to go out and get AB. FABs in the comments. Now, the reason why I'm not really against the idea of adding OBJ is because if you want to have Derek Carr, you need to be able to put a number 1 receiver around him because it doesn't exist right now. Marcel Aitman, Keelan Doss, Dwayne Harris, all free agents in 2020. Tyrell, Zay, Hunter Renfrow. Yes, Hunter Renfrow's 13, and I still want Hunter Renfrow to be number 13, even if Odell comes. We could find Odell another number, because Hunter Renfrow is number 13. Now, this is the trade proposal that Tom Downey and I wanted to throw together for the Raiders getting Odell Beckham Jr. I want you to take a good look at this, okay? Odell Beckham Jr. comes to the Raiders. We also get a 2020 second-round pick. In return, we send the Browns a 2020 first-round pick. So, would you do this trade? Type Y for yes, and I want you to type N for no. Would you make this trade? Y for yes, N for no. I see some of y'all commenting that, well, he's got to make his money. How about this? Think about it. If we go out and get Odell Beckham Jr., he's scheduled to make next year $14 million. If we want to just do a 1-year experiment in 2020, and we're like, all right, it didn't work out, you can cut Odell Beckham Jr. in 2021 for 0 dead cap hit. So you want to talk about rolling the dice? You want to talk about trying to win some games in Vegas? Call me crazy. I would make this trade. If this is what it would take to get Odell Beckham Jr. in silver and black, to then finally figure out if all Derek Carr needs is a number 1 receiver, we can squash the bed with some Odell Beckham Jr. trade rumors, and we can squash the bed on whether or not Derek Carr is our quarterback. Because if you can't get it done with a number 1 receiver caliber of OBJ, it's time to move on. That's the biggest thing. It's time to move on. So would you make this trade? Type Y for yes, or type N for no. Let's get into something now a little bit more realistic and about a player that I love near and dear to my heart. Josh Jacobs. Anytime I talk about Josh, throw some JJs in the comments. Is he going to play in Week 15? Man, I sure hope so. But I can only give this one 2 Chucky heads. People are talking, and the guy that's talking, it's Jon Gruden. If it was up to Josh, I think that he would play. And don't get me wrong, I am going to this game against the Jags, and when he's on the field, Trent Brown is also questionable to play. I think Trent Brown is more likely to play. We are a no doubt better team with Josh on the field. my biggest concern, my biggest question is, do we really want him to play? I mean, if we can't make the playoffs, we are 6-7. We have about like a 2% chance of getting in. But when I think about the future of this team, it's this guy on screen. It's this guy on screen. Now, this is what Jon had to say about Josh. He wanted to play, and he got really emotional about not playing. This is last week against the Titans. He doesn't want to let his teammates down. I don't know where he's going to be this week, but if he's ready to go and he's cleared to play, he'll play. I believe Jon, because when you have to be a head coach and you're trying to go to a new city, you got to put your best players out there. And when you have a running back who is in line to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, and I don't care that he missed a game. Hell, I don't care if he misses the next 4 games. Josh Jacobs is the Offensive Rookie of the Year. One of the reasons why I'm actually kind of confident in our team if Josh can't go, I mean, DeAndre Washington, I thought, played very well this past week. 14 carries, a touchdown. He added another 6 catches for, I believe, 42 yards. He was shown that he was dynamic, and when he needed the rest, we could look for another running back like Jalen Richard. So I gave DeAndre Washington a lot of credit. He's been a running back that I've kind of ripped in the past, but has impressed me this year. So I want everyone to weigh in on this, okay? Should Josh Jacobs play in Week 15? Let's say he is cleared. Would you want him to play? Type P for play, type R for rest. I'm going to be at the game, and there is no doubt that I would love to see Josh run. Man, the fact that he's been trucking people, making people miss with a bad shoulder, makes me just want to see what he could do fully healthy. But the fact that the Raiders went out also a few hours ago and just signed Rod Smith, it's kind of making me believe that they're going to rest him. So type P for play or type R for rest. I promised you guys if enough of you typed car, I'd show you my car. And I'm not kidding you, this is my car. I got it my last year in high school. I rubbed all the money I could together, and this was my senior gift to myself. It is a 2005 Pontiac Sunfire. And if you're like, man, Mitch, our cars look a lot alike, you can go to BMW or text Matt and Rudy and get the hookup. So how many miles do you think that my car has? It's got a lot. There's quite a bit. There's over 100,000. How about that? How many miles do you think my car has? And like I've said, if you're in the same boat as me and you need a new car, BMW of Santa Maria, Community Volkswagen, which is right next door to BMW of Santa Maria, unbelievable deals. And right now, one of the best deals they have is the Sign Then Drive event, where you literally zero money down and you can drive a car off the lot, but it ends January 6th, so don't wait. The amount of miles on my car, somebody got it right. Mike Vax, 176,000. No one's for Chucky yet. Believe it, baby. All right, the final rumor on today's show. We'll be quick here. The final game in Oakland. This one's for Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. It's kind of sad, but I just wanted to point out that I'm going to be at this game, and if anybody wants to hang out with me, let me know. But can we just give a quick shout-out to Oakland? Can everyone real quick type Oak in the comments section? I mean, just spam Oak. The fact that this is going to be the last game, it's a little upsetting to me. And every single game that I've gone to, the nation has been absolutely incredible. So I want the nation to be very loud in the comments, and we better be loud Week 15 against the Jags. Now, if you want to go to Bet DSI, I'm telling you right now, this is a game to bet on the Raiders. I don't know if we're going to cover the spread, but I think the over-under is going to be over because the Jags defense has been struggling, and the Raiders defense has been struggling as well. So go to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Raiders120 for 120% deposit bonus. You put down 50, you get 60 for free. I've seen some people, they might cry. Hell, I might cry at this game too. But luckily, I have some few extra dollars in my pocket to wipe those tears up thanks to BetDSI. Go to chatsports.com/bet. So how many years, oh my God, I can't read. How many Raiders games have you been to? I want you to throw that one in the comments. The fact that this is the last game in Oakland breaks my heart. It truly, truly breaks my heart. So how many Raiders games have you been to? And I want you guys, if you're not already subscribed to the Raiders Report, make sure you subscribe. YouTube.com/Raiders Report. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.